Here's how you know a relationship is a good relationship for you. It makes you feel better about yourself, not worse. It makes you feel more loved. So if you are not getting those things, it's a relationship you can't be in.
Here is today's case.
I've been with my husband, James, for over 3 decades, and I fear I'm losing him.
I love my wife, Teri, but she has become very overbearing.
James is addicted to his appearance and his mother.
I wake up to her every morning. What more attention does she want?
I want to save my marriage, but James needs to show me some tender love and care.
Change is inevitable, and my wife needs to get with the program.
Judge Faye, talk some sense into my husband before he leaves here single.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, as you know, for the first time on Divorce Court, we have a virtual audience, and it's filled with your superfans. Today's superfan of the day is Maya from London, England.
Maya, welcome to Divorce Court. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Your Honor, this is the case of Keenan versus Keenan.
Thank you, Juan. Miss Teri Keenan.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have brought your husband, Mr. James Keenan,
Yes, Your Honor.
to divorce court today. The two of you have been married for 26 years.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you say you're having some problems and you want to talk about them in court today.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I understand, sir, you also brought a witness with you today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Avie Diane Keenan.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'll hear from you shortly, ma'am. She got her arms crossed. She's ready to testify when it's her time. I can tell. Okay, Miss Keenan, I'll start with you. Give me some background, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. We have been married for over 3 decades, met in church. Everything was going good. Empty nesters, you know, so we're supposed to be spending some time together, enjoying ourselves. But here lately, James has been addicted to his hair. So I'm here today because I need you to talk some sense into him, or he's going to leave here single and a clean head.
Well, first of all, he has beautiful hair.
Yes.
What is the issue when you say he's addicted to his hair? It's the first time I think I've heard that one.
Your Honor, I can understand being natural. You know, he changed it, went natural about 5 years ago, started growing out his hair, you know, wanting to rep his Indian roots. I don't have a problem with that. I'm natural myself. So fine, let's rep our roots. We can do that. But when his hair becomes an issue with me, he stood me up on my birthday and Valentine's Day. Because my birthday is, you know, a couple of days before Valentine's Day. So we had plans we were going to go out. And no, because it rained and because it was puffy around the edges,
He didn't want to
go out.
Wet.
No, he didn't want to go out with me.
Well, Mr. Keenan, why don't you give me some background, sir? Tell me what you think about what you've heard so far today.
Well, Your Honor, I am addicted to my hair.
Okay.
But the thing about it is when your hair is looking like my hair, then you have to take care of it. You have to maintain it. And it's true, I started growing my hair about 5 years ago.
Okay.
But I love my wife. I do. But she have to understand that, you know, my hair, if it's raining, yes, I'm not going to go out and get my hair wet, and especially when I just got back, you know, from getting it done. So, I mean, she has to understand that.
Do you not put a higher priority? Because, listen, I understand. I feel your pain. I grew up in Louisiana, high humidity state, as you can imagine. And it's a constant push and pull on how you manage your hair when you're dealing with the weather. But now we're talking about her birthday. We're talking about Valentine's Day, very special, momentous occasion. Can you not make a sacrifice and deal with the little frizz in order to celebrate your wife's birthday?
Why should I have to be the one to sacrifice? Why she can't sacrifice and stay home?
Wait a minute.
Why do you look at it as a sacrifice to take your wife out on her birthday, Valentine's Day, to celebrate these occasions? Why do you look at that as a sacrifice?
Because my hair. I mean, it's...
I'm sacrificing. No sex because of your hair?
Your priorities have been completely skewed because I've heard more about your love for your hair than your love for your marriage.
I mean, but, Your Honor, if I may, we've been married for over 26 years. And like I said, I've never lost the love for my wife, been faithful, been at home when I get off of work, when I finish doing what I'm doing, I'm at home. I'm not out running the streets. So the least she could do...
Wait a minute.
The least she can do is what?
Is
That's
just
all
appreciate
wrong.
my hair the way I do.
I object. Can I put my story in there? All I'm hearing about is his hair here, Your Honor. I mean, really.
Well, that seems to be the #1 issue between the two of you.
Correct. I mean, you know, we have no intimacy because of his hair. You know, like I said, if he's gotten his hair done, that's it. We don't get in. I don't get any.
Well, why can't you
I
just put a
haven't
bonnet on
Oh, he does. He does. He has a bunny. I wake up next to that bunny. I'm sick and tired of seeing that bunny.
Wow.
Yeah, and your brush.
Oop, there it is.
So there's a
You
walk
just
with
gonna
the
you
flat
just gonna
iron.
brush your hair right here in court.
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
Just right here now in court. You had a
Seriously.
flyaway.
Right.
Yes, I felt my hair flying out a little bit, and then I mean,
There's no air in here. There's no wind in here.
but it's.
Mr.
Like I say,
Keenan, Mr. Keenan, I have to ask you this, Miss Keenan. You've had these discussions with him about it. Have you made
Yes,
any
all the
headway?
time. No. No, he's making headway because he keeps combing his hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just still getting back to the point where you say there's no intimacy. We've been married for over 26 years.
Right.
That
So
doesn't-
it's supposed to be
there's
right
been
now.
plenty of intimacy.
No, we're in the prime.
And I don't want to get my hair, like again, intimacy, it tends to, you have sweat. When you sweat,
Ain't no
then
wrong
it
with
gets
sweating,
my
that's your hair.
edges are all nappy. And I mean, it's almost like you're trying to sabotage my hair.
So, Mr.
You-
Keenan, you have made a choice, sir. You've become a slave to your hair.
Yes.
Your
I
hair
agree.
is controlling your entire life and everything all around you. And it's just not that serious. You know, congratulations on 26 years of marriage, because that is a huge milestone. And now you want to throw all that away because you're scared of a little frizz.
His mother, she has a key to our house, and she just walks in.
Step up to the lectern, ma'am. Do you go over to the house and use your key?
My son gave it to me, and I put it right next to my heart.
Miss Keenan, that is not the key to your heart. That is the key to their house. You do say there's an issue with his mother. And bingo, what's happening?
Yes. His mother, she has a key to our house. Let's start that off. You know,
Did you agree to that?
No, I didn't know anything about it. I found out we were sitting in the house. We heard a knock at the door. He was like, "You get it." And I was like, "No, you get it." You know, going back and forth. And she just walks in. And I told him later, I said, "How your mama get a key? We don't have a key to her house. So why does she need a key to our house?"
And how often does this happen?
Oh, often. A lot, because they come, they hang together. They go to bingo and all these other different places. And it's always something. I mean, to go to bingo every night without me, spend $150, $200 a night, that's ridiculous.
Do you go to bingo with him?
No, it's too much smoke in there for me. So I don't do that. It's too much. You know, he called me home from work. I'm thinking it's an emergency. I'm speeding home, and I get there, and he's like, "Oh, I have a meeting. I need you to do my hair." You called me away from my job to come do your hair because your stylist couldn't fit you in?
Well, he spends so much time with his mother. Does he not ask her to do it?
Yeah, she's starting to do it because I won't do it anymore.
How often do you say this is happening where his mother shows up unannounced and uses her key to come into the house?
Every day.
Every day?
Yes.
Does she live near the two of you?
Yeah, she moved in next door to us last year.
So she's a neighbor.
Yes.
Well, what's going on, Mr. Keenan?
Well, the process behind that is when I want to go visit her, I can go visit her. So when she want to come visit me, she can come visit me.
Okay, but you know you're married.
Yes.
So you now have a relationship with your wife. So that discussion about who gets a key and access to your home is a discussion and agreement between the two of you, not just you. That's how marriage works. She has an opinion, and she's entitled to her opinion in her own home with the two of you.
Your Honor, I didn't think that she would matter. I didn't think that that would be such a big deal.
Well, I know that where you thought wrong. So here we are now, and it's become an issue. Who is your witness today? Miss
My
Amy
mother.
Keenan.
Yes.
Miss Keenan, please step up to the lectern, ma'am. Welcome to divorce court. I know those are words that people don't like to hear.
Thank you, ma'am.
Miss Keenan, you've heard all the testimony today. What's happening, ma'am?
She jealous.
Oh, my God.
She's jealous of
She's jealous. This is my baby boy. He's always been my baby boy. When they first got married, she was okay. But she has changed. She really changed.
Yes,
she
Your Honor.
took me as her mother. But lately, she sits with a pruned up nose and all snobby looking at me. And no, I don't. I just don't like dealing with it.
Well, Miss Keenan, let me ask you.
Okay.
Do you go over to the house and use your key to get in unannounced?
Yes, ma'am. I got my key right
Can I
next
get
to
that
my
key back,
heart.
Your Honor?
Ma'am.
To my heart. It's right next to my heart. My son gave it to me, and I put it right next to my heart.
Miss Keenan, with all due respect, that is not the key to your heart. That is the key to their house. What do you say is happening with the cooking?
Well, you know, she comes over and she'll cook my food.
Miss Keenan, why were you in the kitchen cooking?
I thought I was doing good, and she came in there out. But you in my kitchen cooking my food. I'm like,
When did you move next door?
about a year ago.
And when do you say all these issues started?
Oh, about a year ago.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. Miss Keenan, they're married. They've been married for 26 years. You
I
have
understand
known
that.
Mrs. Keenan a very long time, ma'am.
That's right.
And you know their boundaries because he's not your husband, he's your son.
That's right. And I understand that. But let me explain it to you. I go occasionally. I do call my son and say, I'm coming over. Before now, whether he talks to her about that or not, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'll call my son and I say, baby, do you need your mama to come over? Is there anything that you need from me?
Your mother says she doesn't come over unannounced. Do you tell your wife when she's coming over?
No, I don't.
Because they
to
can
her,
hug her.
she's
She's
coming
gonna
over
get mad.
unannounced. Ma'am?
Because, like I said before, this is my mother. And I feel like she could come when she want to come, as she please, because she raised me. And so, I mean, and she should understand that. We don't announce when we go down to her mother's. We don't call her mother and say we're coming down. So why should my mother have to call or make an appointment to come see us?
You live next door?
I live next door.
Why did you end up moving next door?
I didn't have nowhere else to live. It was either next door, either live with them. So I'd rather get my own place than to live with them.
You live in a city in South Carolina, right? That was the only house available
That was the
in
only
this city?
thing that was within my budget. I couldn't afford it. I get Social Security.
Okay. What do you say is happening with the cooking?
Well, you know, she comes over and she'll cook my food. I had already had a discussion with my husband while I was at work on my lunch break. And he was saying, you know, I was like, well, what do you want for dinner? And we discussed it, and he wanted some roast and some garlic mashed potatoes. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll come home. We'll get that. I'll stop by the store, pick up some other things. And I get home, and lo and behold, she in my kitchen cooking my food.
But why was
She's
she...
cooking the roast?
Yes.
Miss Keenan, why were you in the kitchen cooking?
So he was hungry, and I was trying to be the good mother-in-law and not the messy mother-in-law, the good mother-in-law. I was trying to go in there and prepare food and have everything cooked when she got off of work.
So you thought you were doing something
I
good?
was doing good, right. I thought I was doing good, and she came in there out, but you in my kitchen cooking my food. I'm like, you know, I'm trying to do you a favor. I'm trying to make amends, trying to get, be on the good side.
Let me ask you something. You say they've been married a long time. You say now it's about jealousy. Is there anything that you believe has happened that's changed to create what you believe is the real issue?
I don't know what happened. I don't know whether something...
She rates my food, Your Honor.
I don't know. I really don't know.
When did you move next door?
About a year ago.
And when do you say all these issues started?
About a year ago.
Okay.
You
But
can do
see,
math
I
on
think
that.
I see what the issues are here.
But the
Sir?
thing about it, Your Honor, the reason my mother came over and cooked that particular time because she'll work from 8 o'clock in the morning to 7 or 8 o'clock at night. A roast is gonna take about 2 hours to cook. If she's calling and I'm calling her, what time you getting off? And she said, well, it's gonna be at 4.
Do you work, sir?
Ma'am?
Do you work?
I'm an entrepreneur.
You run your business?
Yes.
And lastly, Miss Keenan, I would just like to ask you about your son's priorities with his hair.
Oh, his hair is so beautiful. I love his hair. I love his hair.
I
Let me tell you why I love his hair.
Miss Keenan?
Because it gives him strength. That's what the Bible says. Samson had all that long hair. He had all that strength. And that's what my son had. He has strength.
Well, Miss Keenan, you don't think it's become an issue in their marriage?
Well, I think that there should be a common ground where they can come together on it, as far as the hair goes. I don't think she should be all demanding that she want him to cut his hair off.
She even told me she was gonna cut my hair while I was asleep.
I heard that.
I did.
I mean, I'm
heard
saying,
that.
Why? And for what reason? So that's, like my mother said, jealousy.
Jealousy.
Yes.
Okay.
So now I don't understand. And yes, we went to bingo without her. We took her one time.
What do you think she's jealous of, sir?
She's jealous because I'm spending time with my mother. She's jealous because my hair has grown. Over the last 5 years, my hair has grown way down, past my shoulders. It's beautiful. She's jealous because she was taking care of it. Then she got frustrated or tired. So I asked my mother to start taking care of my hair.
You better come.
Okay,
right.
I think I've heard enough. Thank you, Miss Keenan. You can have a seat. I appreciate you coming to court and clarifying
All right, thank you.
a number of things today, because I think I understand things and we're crystal clear. I've heard you say a number of times today, for 26 years, she's gotten this attention, she's gotten this love, she's gotten a different version of you, because we all grow and change, but for whatever reason, that number appears to be the magic number for you. And so your reason for making other things a priority, because from everything I've heard today, that's what I've heard, is it's been 26 years. She should just be happy with what she's gotten in the past, because this is the here and now. The issue is marriage is not. There's not a number if you're doing it right. It's a lifetime commitment. The commitment is for life. So it does not matter how long you have been married, because in marriage, you are constantly dealing with peaks and valleys, and you're overcoming circumstances, and those circumstances change over time. So here we are now. What is the issue being presented? Based on everything I've heard today, because I really try to listen and be objective when people come in, and so I can really give you some insight when you leave as a person who hasn't been in the middle of all of this for the number of years that you all have. Your wife's birthday and Valentine's Day for her, it is a non-issue. I do not care if you have to walk outside with an afro. If she wants to go out, you go out. The second issue is your mother. I want you to understand something. We all love our mothers. God bless you, right? Because all of the time they've spent raising us, but they raise us to be adults so we can go out in the adult world on our own and live our lives. So we can be good husbands, good fathers, good leaders in the community. They give us wings for us to fly. So you have been given your wings to fly. If your wife is telling you that she wants some boundaries, it is not up to her to set those boundaries, sir. It is up to you, because this is your mother. It is not unreasonable for her to say, I don't want someone having 24/7 access to our home without being notified in advance. That is a reasonable request. Give her the key to your heart, not the key to your house. That is what your wife is saying. You must listen. Now, he does not have to cut his hair, but what she is saying is she simply wants you to make the priorities what they need to be. And if you really can't get past this hair issue, you might need to seek some sort of counseling, because it's not right. Your mother, frankly, she shouldn't be enabling it. It's not good for your marriage. That's my advice. Good luck to both of you.
When Judge Faith said that I should set boundaries concerning my wife and my mother, I believe I will try. I can't promise her anything, but I will try.
When Judge Faith said that he should make me a priority, I was pleased with that statement. It's obvious that she can relate to what I'm going through. When Judge Faith said that he should set boundaries with his mother, I agree with that as well, because we need boundaries. I want you to start wearing combs more often. That way your hair won't be an issue when it's time for us to spend time together, and we can move forward. If not, we're gonna cut it.